Have you ever stopped yourself from doing something just because you were worried about what others might say? Maybe you had a dream, an idea, or even a small decision to make. But the voices of people around you felt louder than your own heart. Today, I want to share a powerful story and a timeless Stoic lesson that will remind you why you should never let the opinions of others control your life. Long ago, in a small village, there lived a wise old man and his young grandson. They loved each other deeply. The grandfather was gentle but firm, and the boy admired him more than anyone else. One morning, they decided to travel to the next town. The road was long, dusty, and filled with people passing by. They took their donkey with them. The plan was simple. They would walk together and use the donkey when one of them grew tired. But as they walked through the first village, a group of people laughed and pointed. "Look at these fools," one man said. "They have a donkey, yet both of them are walking. What stupidity!" The boy lowered his eyes, embarrassed. He whispered to his grandfather, "Maybe I should ride the donkey?" The old man nodded kindly. "All right, my son. Get on." Now the boy sat on the donkey while his grandfather walked beside him. But soon, they reached another village. And again, people began to comment. "Shame on that young boy," a woman shouted. "Look at him sitting comfortably while his poor old grandfather walks in the heat. Such disrespect." The boy's face turned red. He quickly got off the donkey and said, "Grandfather, it's better if you ride instead." The old man agreed, and so he climbed onto the donkey while the boy walked. But only a little while later, another group of villagers saw them. They shook their heads and whispered loudly, "Look at that selfish old man, making a child walk while he rides. How cruel." This time the grandfather sighed. He looked at his grandson and said, "Perhaps we should both ride together, that way no one can complain." So they both climbed onto the donkey and continued their journey. But of course, when they entered the next town, people gasped. "Poor donkey! How heartless are these two, both riding on its back? Such cruelty to the animal!" The boy and the old man stopped. They looked at each other. Finally, in desperation, they decided to carry the donkey on their shoulders, just to silence the people. And when the crowd saw this strange sight, two humans carrying a donkey, they burst out laughing. "Fools!" they shouted. "They have truly lost their minds!" The grandfather and the boy put the donkey down, tired and humiliated. That evening, as they rested under a tree, the boy's eyes filled with tears. "Grandfather," he said softly, "no matter what we did, people always found something wrong. First they said I was wrong, then you were wrong. Then both of us were wrong. What should we have done?" The old man placed his hand gently on the boy's shoulder. "My child, this is the greatest lesson of life. No matter what you do, people will always have something to say. If you live by their words, you will spend your whole life carrying burdens that don't belong to you. But if you live by your own values, your own heart, then you will walk free." The boy sat quietly, letting those words sink deep into his heart. This story is more than just about a boy, an old man, and a donkey. It's about us. How many times have we stopped ourselves because we were afraid of gossip, judgment, or criticism? Think about it. You post something online and worry about likes and comments. You wear something different and fear someone might laugh. You dream of starting a business, following a passion, or speaking your truth, but you hesitate because you're afraid of what people might think. The Stoics taught us a simple truth. We cannot control what others say or think. We can only control our own actions, our own mind. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, once wrote, "Other people's opinions are not your concern. Stay true to yourself, and you will find peace." If you try to please everyone, you will end up pleasing no one, not even yourself. But if you choose to live with honesty, courage, and self-respect, you will no longer be a prisoner of other people's thoughts. So, The next time you feel held back by fear of judgment, remember this story. Remember the boy, the old man, and the donkey, and ask yourself, am I living for myself or am I living to satisfy the crowd? Because at the end of the day, the crowd will always talk, but only you will live your life. So walk your path with courage. Follow your heart, even if others laugh. Stand by your values, even if others disagree. Because the truth is simple. The world will always have opinions, but your peace, your happiness, and your freedom begin the moment you stop caring about what others think.